Perfect.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Happy Sunday and welcome back to the newest edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik-J, a.k.a. Galinda, and this is Boxiana the Menace, a.k.a. Alpha today. How are you, friend?
You know, it's Sunday, friend. How are you? How do we do that? It's so funny.
I don't know. Y'all, we don't see each other. We talked briefly earlier today. We don't coordinate colors, outfits, glasses, or anything.
No. Right. And it matched. It worked. It works. It worked.
They like the glasses. I've read in the comments. They seem to like the glasses. We're trying to be more professional because that is the word for the year.
Apparently, the professionalism is working, isn't it?
I think so. I like it. I like it a lot. You look really cute. What is that? Is that an ocean water? I haven't had Sonic in years.
No, ma'am. This is a strawberry peach slush.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
I want an ocean water so bad.
I had maybe like 3 months ago. They still the same, friend. They ain't even changed the recipe out of all these years.
I love ocean water with an extra pump of coconut. Oh my gosh. Whew, Lordy. Anyway, y'all come on in the room. Come on in. We have things to discuss. There were cards last night. And I actually watched a bit of a Marv Nation card. Have you ever heard of, do you ever watch any of?
I know who they are, and I watched a little Marv Nation. I didn't know they were having anything, though.
Yeah, they had a card last night in LA. Well, I want to say, I'm not sure where in LA, but in LA. And they had the youngest of the middle son of the Vargas clan headlined yesterday. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in. Hey, Nucky, y'all make them freeze. Corbin is in the house. The 505. How are you? Across the pond.
You up late, friend? Is it late or is it morning? It's morning over there.
I think it's morning. I think it's early morning too.
Morning. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend. How are you? Thank you for joining us live and whatnot. Hey, Sticks and Jab. Shogun 76 is in the house. Pablo Escobar got it right today. Sean Terrence is here. RT is here. Blue Arc is in the house. Hey, Georgia Peach Denise, what's going on, girl? Scarcity's from upstate is here. Willie Williams. I love to say that name. Willie Williams. I don't know. It just rolls right off. Hey, Willie, how are you? Bo Deezy, the late bloomer, is here. Jason Pennywell is here. Mo 2013. Yes, the Queens. We're on. How are you? Keisha Sellers. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Keith Tucker. How are you? Black Martial Arts Society is with us today. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. Warlock Boxing is here. Shaquille. Hey, Quell. Jay. Herb Winston. Hey, Kano Loco TV and Mr. Big Play Bray. Y'all come on in the house. Come on in the room. You know what to do. Hit the like button, please. Let the folks know that we're here. We're live. We're ready to talk and whatnot. let's get started because we had 2 different cards. Well, 3 if we're counting Mark Nation. And a little bit of news to catch up on. Okay, so y'all come on in the house. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Go ahead, friend. So I wanted to start with the first card, the early card. And I was only interested in one fight on that card, right? Which was Nick Ball. Okay. Nick Ball was fighting TJ Doheny. And the last I remember of TJ Doheny, he was getting his chest caved in by Monster Inoue. So he was back yesterday. He's moved up in weight. And he was fighting Nick Ball at 126 pounds. He was defending his belt. Go
Before
ahead.
we talk about Nick Ball, what did you think about Sonny Edwards' brother?
So listen, I know y'all like to say certain folks like to run around the ring and whatnot. That what I saw Sonny Edwards' brother, like friend, I know he didn't throw 50 punches within the totality of the fight. That man, he wasn't on a regular bike. He was on a 10 speed. He was Lance Armstrong in the ring yesterday. Okay. I don't think I've ever, Shakur has never looked like that. The man, I know the first 5 rounds, he didn't throw 10 punches. I was so upset and appalled. I stopped watching.
Remember, I tried to tell you, when you see them, you're going to think polar opposites. Like, they are polar opposites. Sonny got that. I love, Sonny, my guy, friend. When I seen Charlie, I said,
You remember the little Britain children that had it might have been the vine. He was like, Charlie bit my finger. Charlie ain't did nothing yesterday.
Charlie ain't did nothing, friend. Charlie ain't have a bad day, and I was surprised. I thought he was going to do a little better than that, but I knew what we were. I tried to tell you Friday what we was getting. I said when you seen him.
You did. You did.
Sonny is the young African UK-man. I don't know about his brother. He didn't get to go outside and play with Sonny. Sonny was in them streets.
Sonny was in what part of London? 505. What part of London is the rough side of London? Yeah. Sonny got top boy tendencies.
He do.
Charlie not so much. Charlie, no. Absolutely no. I was so ashamed. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you. But moving on from Charlie, because Charlie didn't really give us much. Who was Charlie fighting? Because he was trying his best. He couldn't cut off the ring, and Charlie was running, and it just was not. I
got saw that fight, friend, and they said his name a million times. I would have to go back in there and look. But I don't know how often are we going to see Charlie? I hope not too often. I won't let us be the last time. I hate Sonny gone. We didn't want to lose Sonny and replace him with Charlie.
You know what? I feel like Sonny is too young to be gone already. How old is Sonny Edwards? Y'all, how old is Sonny? Because Sonny has he hung up his gloves already. And I miss him after seeing what his brother did in there yesterday. At least Sonny gonna fight. He gonna try. Charlie didn't want no parts of nothing.
He excited and he gonna talk a little bit. He give you a little razzle dazzle. I love that.
Yeah, no. None of that from Sir Charles. So
he's 29, friend.
Sonny's 29?
Yeah.
That's kind of young to hang him up. No. I
think once you start, we living in a time, and like, I hate the fact that we be focused on the L so much. Once they get too many, they don't want to fight no more, because now they're like, oh, he took his 3rd loss. Like, they focus on that.
Yeah.
Y'all saying these people record. Just say coming back to fight.
This is true. Friend, I think you may be right. I think he may take a small hiatus and then return. I hope so, because 29 is a bit young. It's a bit young to hang him up. hopefully he can rest and regroup, and maybe in a year or so, come on back. Because Sonny was very good for the sport. I loved his attitude, and he was gonna fight. And like you said, I think we must get out of the one loss and you're trash, or one loss or two or three and you're trash. But when you have like 17, we'll
Or
talk about
if
it
you
later.
got a record like 4-89, then
Then,
yeah.
then maybe. Okay. But so yeah, Charlie's brother lost, and I felt bad for the gentleman that was in there with him because he tried to cut off the ring, but baby, that 10 speed was working overtime, and he just couldn't do it, and it was just awful. Mm. But Nicholas Ball, let's talk about old Nick, old Saint Nick. So Nicholas Ball was in with TJ Doheny, and Doheny was in there, and he had a little, they were roughing it up early, and it kind of got under Nick's skin a bit because Doheny had him in a headlock, in a good grip headlock. But honey, you can't be kicking folks in the hamstring. Nick, this ain't soccer. Did you see that?
Of course I saw it. And you know what I thought? It is Nick. Nick said, I'm gonna windmill you. I'm gonna get you. Cause he was tired. Like, friend, I ain't never seen anybody get like actively frustrated with somebody like that. Nick was frustrated last night and he got tired. He was like, okay, stand still. I'm finna windmill you. You don't want to stand still? 2 feet you. Boom, friend. He got it.
Listen, when I say because they small, they're small. They 126, so they small. But when he kicked him, and the commentator was like, "Nick's being a naughty boy." Yes, Nick is being naughty. Nicholas, you can't be kicking folks where we can see it. He didn't try to hide it and do it on the cool. Nick hauled out. Nick hauled off and kicked him. You know how you haul off and hit somebody? He hauled off and kicked him. Like, you gonna let me go. You know what you was doing. But this is another fight where there were obvious infractions and nobody was taking a point, nobody was disqualified, none of that. Now, in this instance, both parties were guilty. Okay, because TJ, I saw you with the over exaggerated headlock. I saw it. We saw it. So I wasn't real mad when Nick hauled off and kicked you in your hamstring, but both of y'all know y'all was dead ass wrong. So I was okay with nobody getting a penalty because they both were wrong. Y'all stop that foolishness, and I need the ref to get on it. That's the ref's job.
I don't want it to stop. I want it to continue, but break it up. I don't mind a little here and there, friend. You
I
don't
didn't mind either. That's what I'm saying. I
give
was
me
okay with the ref letting it go. He gave stern warnings afterward, but like both of y'all were a bit guilty. Well, needless to say, that pissed Nick off, and he commenced to whoop it up on TJ. And yeah, TJ face looked like he was having a hard time in there. Did you
oh,
see it?
friend. I was like, oh my goodness. And then it just continued to swell and it swelled some more. And then the nose started swelling. I was like, oh, Nick just done broke him down. Y'all don't want to throw in a towel for this man? Why y'all letting him get beat like that? And I was, friend, like, I think it was around like 11. He really started like,
It wasn't 11 because he had to stop it, or I think it stopped after
11?
round 9, coming into round 10.
Was it? I thought it went longer than that,
I
friend.
think it was. I think at the end of round 9, did it? What did it stop? I think his corner did. He didn't come back out after round 9, or was it round 10?
It had to been one of those rounds
Yeah.
because when I think maybe it was 9, he was getting punched on so much, like he kind of like turned his shoulder a little bit.
Yes.
I can't cuss how I want, but he would say, "Oh, B, oh, please don't tap it no more, friend." And then Nick hit it one more time. Like, you know what? He went over there to his corner. He said, "You know what, y'all, I gave it all I got." And then I felt so bad for him, friend, because he was boo-hooing.
Oh, he cried. I stopped watching. He
Oh,
cried.
he was over there in the ring. You could see him like that crying.
No, did he cry?
Oh, I can't watch this. I turned it off.
Friend, that's what I'm saying. I'll stop watching. Oh my God, I didn't know he cried. So you think he's probably going to retire or
I
something?
don't retire. He should. I'm not into like being like one of those long journeymen. I think after like 2 or 3 fights, the journeyman status should end. Especially if you go in there and take a like a bruising and
Right.
just took. I don't
Yeah,
need that no more.
I agree with you on that. I don't want to see anybody have trouble in the long term from taking massive beatdowns. That he looked horrible afterwards. You know, his face and everything was torn all up. I don't know if he fully recovered from that his vertebrae getting cracked by Monster Inoue. I don't know
Hold
because
on. He broke his back?
no, he didn't break it. Well, he did end up having some type of back issue after that fight, but he got caved in his chest, but it went through and yeah.
Oh, the Mike Tyson interview is so needed. Spinal. He needed
Stop.
spinal. He
Yeah.
did. Really? I didn't know that. I need to go
Yeah,
back and
if I'm not mistaken, y'all help me out, chat. If I'm not mistaken, didn't TJ Doheny end up with some type of back issue after that Monster Inoue fight? I think so. What's up, Dub?
what
I see you coming through. I see y'all coming through here.
mama can give. Hit you
Yeah.
so hard in your chest. I broke your back. Ooh,
Yeah.
wee.
Yeah, he hurt him bad. He hurt him really because I don't think he had fought since that fight. I don't think he had been in. This was his. I want to say this was his first fight back, if I'm not mistaken. I believe. Anyway, hey Shakila, how you doing? I see y'all coming in. Bo DZ, King Von, Dub Right Side, and Tink Cab. I see y'all. So,
And Timothy. We see you too, Timothy. Ain't gonna leave you out. We see you.
oh Timothy. Hi. Gorgeous Bear is here. Aaron Percy. Y'all come on in the house. K Mix. I see you. Warlock Boxing. Mung Guang. Hardcore Casual. Y'all come on in the house. So listen. Nick Ball ends up with the W. And I saw some interesting, speaking of Monster Inoue, Monster and Nick Ball had a little interesting interaction on Twitter. Okay, so everybody saw the kick, and apparently Monster tweeted he couldn't believe Nick kicked him, or something to that effect. Y'all, I'm completely paraphrasing because I don't have it in my face, but they had a little Twitter exchange, and so Nick Ball was telling him, make sure you come see me if you ever decide to move up to 126. And Monster was like, sure, I'll do that, and I'll only have to use my fist when I get there. That's me paraphrasing, but that's kind of what was said and whatnot. So I love that. I love that. I like that. Friend, are you interested in Monster Inoue versus Nick Ball?
I mean, friend, you know me. I'm not turning down no fights. If you're gonna fight, I'm gonna watch it. I want to see it. So if there are, I need to go. I hadn't been on social media that much today. I need to go check it out because I miss that.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean,
Wow. While Shushu Carrington is trying to put his bid in for Monster.
and listen, let me tell you, top dude, something. Y'all stop asking for stuff. I tried to tell
Nicely.
Amanda Somerano this same thing. We're not going to, hey, I like your hair. Your shoes are really cool. I think that maybe we should get out in the street and have a fight. We're not doing that, you guys. Like, we are in a combat sport. Like, stop asking for these fights. Like,
How you want him to ask, friend?
I want you to be aggressive. Just tell them I'm gonna take your belt tomorrow or something. Like, give me something I'm gonna get excited about. Hey, I think I should have my shot next. I no. I don't want you to be nice about what you're doing. Like, no, you supposed to be aggressive. Like, and I saw Shushu and I thought you so humble and nice. But if you don't walk down on somebody, you got everything you need to go and take somebody's stuff for them. How dare you ask for it? And I'm gonna take it.
It wasn't even that he asked. He's trying to be so polite in it, and I appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate.
I don't. I don't. Abdullah Mason said, I ain't got no friends. If Abdullah Mason can say, I ain't got no friends, ain't no reason none of y'all can't be walking down on the people that got the big business. If I want something, friend, real bad, I
What you
want
gonna do?
I wanted number one. You know what I did? I took it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't go back and forth with nobody. I just went to work. What?
Well, seeing that there are some fighters who are in the champion position and they get a little razzled and frazzled about when people aggressively seek their opportunities. I understand why Shushu is trying to be respectful because he doesn't want what he wants to avoid him and make the excuse that he was being so disrespectful and he
These,
didn't go about it the right way, because
these
they do say.
guys, friend. No, friend, these new guys, they not doing that. They don't care about that. Y'all see how Hadier walking down Shakur? He don't care where he at.
Okay, let's get on it, because
Come on, well.
let's get on it then, because congratulations, Nick Ball. Okay, looking forward to seeing you again at 126 to defend your belt, maybe unified. But let's just get on to the DAZN card. Why don't we? Because I was very much so looking forward to what's his name?
Hadier.
Hadier Herrera. Okay, he's been very loud about wanting to fight Shakur Stevenson. So I was like, okay, let me see what this young man is talking about. Let me see what his skill level is. Let me see. Because, he's still young in the game, but he had a record that was similar to Floyd Schofield, but he's Cuban. Am I correct? Is he Cuban or Puerto Rican? Okay, y'all help me, because I don't want to misspeak on the man's nationality.
Friend, I think he Puerto Rican, but don't quote me because he had the little
That
block.
flag. Okay.
It's hard to tell the difference unless you up on Cuban. Okay.
He's Cuban. Okay, he's Cuban. So, he comes from the Cuban school of boxing, and I know that typically they're very technically sound boxers out of Cuba. I don't know what school Herrera went to, because it wasn't nothing sound about his defense on yesterday. Did you watch that fight? I was like, is this the young brother who been calling out Shakur? Because no, Javier, baby, you ain't ready yet. You are not. No, sir. Absolutely not.
He a bit wild, and he is. The defense wasn't there last night, friend. Very much concerning, considering you're calling out a name like Shakur. He's very fast. He has the capability to do some things, but baby needs some work. And I mean, he need to go back in the gym tomorrow. He don't need to wait till next week, a month. He needs to go back tomorrow, Monday morning. He needs to be there at 5 a.m.
Now, don't get me wrong. Young fella got the stoppage yesterday. But his fight looked eerily similar. Again, I'm going to say it again, to young Floyd Schofield's last fight, because they were in there with obvious opponents that were of lesser skill, but they were in tough, both with two determined Mexican warriors. Okay, everybody's not going to lay down for you. The ref stopped this fight, and Schofield had to go the full 10 rounds in his fight. So you're learning as you grow that even though you may have superior skill levels, everybody's not going to be knocked out. Everybody's not going to go down. And then when you figure that out, to me, as a boxer who is maturing, then you have to change your game plan. Stop going to knock somebody out and go in there and operate and work on your skills. That may get your opponent out of there at some point. Go ahead, friend.
Also, we need to take into consideration, and we say this a lot on this show, those lights make people perform differently. Like,
Yes.
he's well in the gym. He'll go in the gym and cut up, have a great time, low lights. When you get in front of those lights, you need to be extra fancy in your mind because I'm in the brighter lights. And no. You be the same way you in the gym, because those are the opportunities where you get stopped or you get hurt real bad or like find yourself in a situation.
You know what I said, what I likened it to yesterday as I was tweeting and watching? Um, his fight, he reminds me a lot of H2O. And he was getting hurt, not hurt, he was getting touched. And he may just have a good poker face because he was getting hit hard. The guy was landing on him because he threw caution to the wind. His defense was pretty much non-existent. And he kept getting hit. And I was thinking to myself, man, I hope he doesn't have a moment like H2O. H2O was winning his fight easily against Body and got caught because he kept taking chances that he didn't need to take. This dude was just wild. Like you said, friend, lights are on you. People have been talking about watching you. We've listened and heard you call out Shakur, so you know people are going to be watching you. We want to see what kind of performance. Immaturity is a huge thing. He's too green. He's too green. Let me walk back anything I said about Shakur needing to fight him because I don't want to see that massacre. I don't want to see it at all. That's a part of maturity. That's another reason why I was eager to see Schofield and Shakur. I wanted to see if he had grown from his last fight. Obviously not, because we didn't get to see the fight. But you made an outstanding point, and you've been saying it since we've been doing this. The bright lights will make or break you if you are not prepared for them. They will make or break you if you are not prepared for them. Not only that, the crowds, it's just different. And when you're trying to prove a point and you get, stubborn, you can get yourself hurt like that. So he ended up stopping the gentleman, but it was not a good performance at all. He's not ready at all. No discipline whatsoever. He lives on his power. And that's what I'm saying. When we've seen it now in a couple of back-to-back weeks, when you live on your power and the power ain't powering the way it usually does, what's next? Yeah. Anyway, so congratulations to him, but baby, get back in the gym immediately. Please get back in the gym. Now I want to talk about, was he on the DAZN? He was on the DAZN card, wasn't he? Or was he on the Nick Ball card?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was on the DAZN card. I also want to talk about a young brother who made his professional debut that looked completely opposite, who looked poised in the pocket, who looked like he belonged. Okay, and that's young Omari Jones, baby. Did you see Omari yesterday?
I did.
And
I think he is going to be trouble for these welterweights. I think it's going to be very much trouble for these welterweights. He is amazing. He's solid. He's nice friend. Little work, a lot of work. First professional fight. You know what I'm saying? Things count. But he going to be some trouble for these boys.
I like him. I like him a lot. He seems to have the right attitude. He seems to be mature beyond his age. I love the fact that he came out. We watch and we look and we see what boxers wear coming out. I love the fact that he gave a little nod to the Orlando Magic with his outfit yesterday. I thought that was really cute and thoughtful. Good job there, young man. And he just seemed like he's ready. I'm hoping they move him correctly. I'm sure they will. But for a debut, he looked so calm and like he knew what he was doing in there. He didn't seem overly eager. He looked like a poised boxer, mature boxer who did what he was supposed
like
to do.
Like a contender than a prospect.
He did. I liked it.
I'm telling you, friend, he's very nice. And he got a little Olympian in him. So, you know what I'm saying?
Bronze medalist. Okay. He winning medals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He came in there with his medal on. I say, go ahead, Omari. Go ahead.
I loved it. I thought he did well. Nice clean cut, young man. You know I love a nice clean cut. I don't know if I saw any tattoos, but not overly tatted up.
He ain't got none. He ain't got none.
Stay that way. Stay that way. I don't have nothing against tattoos, but just okay. So congratulations, Omari Jones. We are watching. Okay, we're rooting for you. Okay. Also, Jermaine Ortiz yesterday. Friend, how did you like Jermaine Ortiz's matchup yesterday? Hey, mommy.
Oh, good for him, friend. He was getting hit on, very much punched on, and I was like, Jermaine, but I guess he recovered and did his thing. But in the beginning, while God was creating, he was getting he was getting hit, and I was getting nervous. And the more he got punched, I was like, "Oh, Jermaine, don't let this man hurt you like that." But he recovered.
Did you say in the beginning?
In the beginning, while God was creating, Jermaine punched on, and he was getting punched on in a way that I was nervous for him. So thankful that whatever his corner told him that he needed to stop doing, he stopped because they knew something. Everybody saw it. And in the beginning, he was getting punched on. And then, I mean,
he did make the adjustments. He did. But, I had walked away. So when I came back to watch, I was a little swollen and stuff. And I was like, wait, man, Jermaine, what's going on? So he was doing better, but a little bit of damage had already been done to that face. And so I was a little bit nervous for Jermaine. But he pulled it on out. Congratulations to Jermaine. But yeah, I was like, what happened over there on that eye, Jermaine? I was a little nervous for him, but we both picked Jermaine to win, and he did. Okay, so we're happy about that. I'm happy that he's back active. I believe this was, I think he fought less than 6 months ago. So, he's getting back in the groove. Can't wait to see him again. I do have some questions, though, because Jermaine has had 2 opportunities at belts that I can recall. He had the opportunity against Tio, which I thought he did Tio bad. And also with Loma, I thought, he did great with Loma, but I'm trying to figure out, like, if he's going to get another opportunity anytime soon. Because he's a tough matchup for anybody. So, what, friend? I can't hear you.
Who is? Jermaine is?
I think Jermaine is a tough matchup. Okay. No? You don't think so?
I don't want to get punched on, the crowd. I speak and everybody be like, Boxiana, you hard on everybody. You don't give nobody no grace. I'm not saying nothing. I was expecting more from that. For him to have to be getting punched on the way he was in the beginning, I know he a better boxer than that. Like, you can't start slow with certain people.
Maybe he was
out at a later fight.
Maybe he was fighting down to the level of his competition initially.
You that guy, you fight like him all the time, friend. I'm tired of I'm hard on everybody for the rest of 2025. There is no more excuses, none of that. You don't fight down to your competition. If you beat him 24/7.
I agree. That's how I feel about Tio.
There's a difference. We get Tio Fimo sometimes, but sometimes we get Gordo. He really a schizophrenic, friend.
I think he a little bipolar too.
He do.
I think. Okay, well, we'll talk about it when we get to the later on down in the card. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jermaine Ortiz. So on to the co-main. We have Edgar Berlanga, and I don't even know the gentleman that he fought that they dug out the couch.
Ortiz. And I know his last name is Ortiz because Mr. Ortiz needed rent money. Mr. Ortiz is behind and he's doggone near eviction. That's why he was there.
Where did they find that man at? They could have found somebody that at least was in some type of shape. That
They
man ain't seen the gym since the gym seen him.
they
What?
found him in the club. And shout out to Chris Mannix and Sergio Mora. Because let me tell you, when I tell you they ate Edward's ass up last night, friend, that was the first time I've ever heard commentary that was so honest, friend. They ate Edward up. They was like, he should have, they said he should even be embarrassed taking this fight. He said, if he don't get this guy out and won, like I'm gonna be thinking differently about him. They said he never should have took this fight. Like when I tell you they was going down through there, I was like, yes, say it loud for the people in the back.
All of it. All of it. Because and then for him to come in and listen, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because it was just that bad. It was just that terrible. But for him to make the excuses about not making weight, talking about his team wanting him to cancel, you should have canceled. If that was the opponent you were going to take, you should have canceled. You should have just backed out.
He looked stupid talking about he had the flu. You wasn't sick.
I ain't hear not one cough, no sinuses was draining, nothing.
Caleb Plant showed up with the receipts. You was in there eating hot Cheetos and French fries, buddy. Pizza and lemon heads, tacos. We seen you passing the food around the room. That's what you was doing. Caleb Plant posted the receipts. Caleb tired of you.
That's the fight I want next.
Or he wasn't sick, fam. He was eating Twinkies. Fried Twinkies at that.
See, that's what y'all get for always putting your whole life on video and on the apps and want people to see what you're doing. When you start lying, now you can't back your lie up because you done put out what you was doing. If you were sick, why you out sharing food in public?
Thank you, G-Bo. He said he had the flu. You lose weight when you get the flu.
You just lying.
Faces, man. Yeah, he played in everybody's faces. And you know what? I made a tweet last night. I said, you know what? If he don't call up Caleb Plant, you know what he is. And he is that.
A 304. That's what
he tried to like swift it over. Nah, call Caleb Plant name. Tell him you want to fight him while you in there kissing Eddie Hearn's ass. Now,
did you see how Eddie put him on the blast? I think that's a great fight. I think that Caleb Plant fight is a great. Eddie tired of him too. Eddie is tired of him. Okay.
I told y'all that was the last person that needed a Canelo fight. He didn't need a Canelo fight this early in his career. You reward Canelo fights to somebody like Bud. Bud deserves a Canelo fight. I ain't gonna take that from him. I don't want to see it because you know how I feel about it. But
we're talking about who deserves a Canelo fight.
David Benavidez deserves a Canelo fight.
Okay.
David Benavidez deserves a Canelo fight.
Absolutely.
Edgar Berlanga did not deserve a Canelo fight in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Now he think he better than everybody.
He does. And tell me he only wants the big fights because his name commands. Your name commands nothing.
Not a doggone thing. And friend, he had the nerve to he act like he wanted to celebrate, friend. And I got so mad because I was like, the audacity of you to attempt to you should know better than to not celebrate. You have no reason to celebrate. No reason.
I'm just glad it was over with fast and in a hurry because, again, he had no business in the ring with that gentleman. That gentleman had no business in the ring with anybody, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, he should have been on somebody's treadmill and on somebody's meal plan.
Did you see how nasty he looked by the time they got in the ring? I was like, ugh. And then you know what? I didn't look at that eye real good. I knew it was messed up at that weigh-in. But you know how like pit bulls have that one eye, and the eyeball and is discolored too. He got that whole the eyeball is discolored too, friend. I was like,
Is it vitiligo? Does he have vitiligo? I think he
I
has
don't I
vitiligo.
know that affect the eye. Like
I
he
don't
got
know.
a spot of albino on,
Yeah, albinoism. Yeah, there's
but it's
something.
spot, friend. It's in the like how my eye is green. His eye is like a blue color. It's he just like somebody threw bleach in that one spot or something. Maybe he got a Charleston white eye. I didn't know it was. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, young man had the man because he don't look young. He had no business in that ring. That who whatever medical um passed him because I know he ain't passed no darn physical. Not to be in no professional boxing ring. He couldn't have. It might have been glaucoma, Dub. It might be glaucoma. I don't know. Anyway, it was awful. What's up, Joe Townsend? It was terrible. I want to see who he fights next, since he says his name commands big names, and he. I think Caleb Plant was maybe third or fourth down the line after he did all that ish talking. Why you ain't called out Caleb Plant? Why? That's what the fans
You
want to
know
see.
why? You know why? Hell, he was. If that dude would have had a little bit more on himself, he hit Caleb. I mean, he hit Ed with that first time. Ed was like, oh, well, maybe he would have a little something on him if he would do right. Well, he ain't right. I would have been so embarrassed as a fighter getting in the ring with that man last night. I would have told my team, you know what? Just tell them people, I don't know, something. Tell them
T-
something.
Tell him what you told us. You had the flu. You were sick. That's what you should have done because nobody wanted to see that. Absolutely nobody. I want to see what you about to do next, though. That's what I want to see, Edgar. What are you about to do next?
If it ain't Caleb playing, he don't need to be doing that. Talking about Jaime Munguia.
Jaime will do. Let me.
Jaime Munguia,
Jaime got a rematch coming up. Okay.
but like Jaime Munguia. Meanwhile, Caleb Plant didn't cause your jewelry fake. He didn't say your promoter got an oatmeal pie stomach. Your cars is rented. You live in an Airbnb. Like Caleb Plant didn't ran down through there, and you talking about I want to fight Jaime McGill.
Chris.
But Pete your girl on the booty. What do you need to do to get your attention? I know he ain't gonna do that because he got Jordan, but I'm saying, what he got to do to get your attention at this point?
He got his attention, and he don't want no parts of it. He wants no parts. No parts of it. Rick Timms go straight to hell with gasoline draws on. Okay, that's for you, Rick. That's for you. Now, the main event. Okay, young Emmo Williams was back in, and he was in pretty tough with Patrice Volney yesterday. Okay, Patrice Volney in those locks pissed me off a little bit. Patrice Volney could have actually won that fight had he pressed a little bit sooner. Um, I like Emmo a lot, and I'm really happy that he got the win. I love his personality when he's well. Um, but watching him fight and seeing him get hit just makes me uneasy. Friend, did you watch the fight from top to bottom? How did
I
you
watched
feel?
the time they walked out to I watched his wife climb in the ring, and they have the loud conversation that was had afterward.
Um,
Uh, the young thunderclapper. What can I say about him, friend? Emmo got a lot of talent. Um, his corner, um, his corner. They're very instructive. He listens. They have a very good relationship.
Cunningham does a great job
Yeah,
expressing what he wants from his fighter round to round. He does.
he does.
He
And
does.
yeah, I was. There's so much to take in when Emmo is fighting, friend. Um, I couldn't pay attention to what he was doing. Like I could, I paid partial attention because I needed to see what he was doing in the corner during the timeouts. And like, friend,
He can't stay still.
he was in there.
He can't stay still. He can't be still.
He heard something he liked. He was like, "Oh, that's my shit." I was like, "Okay, Ammo, are you listening?"
His attention span is not very long. I think he may have ADHD or some. He's something. I'm not sure what, but it's something going on extra in there, and it just makes me nervous when I see him get hit and take punches. He didn't look like he was hurt or anything yesterday, but every time something clean lands, I watch intently because I remember him in that Hazma Shiraz fight, and he took a whole lot of punishment. And this is his second fight since then.
Yeah.
I just worry about him a lot. I really do. I worry about him a lot because it's just
It's a
it
lot
worries me.
going on.
It's a lot going on.
And then after the fight, they gave him the mic, and then he tried to take the mic out of Chris Manning's hand,
So
and it's just a lot going on. I can imagine having. Listen, there's a lot going on. I just wish him well. That's
I
all.
wish him well. But you know what? I think he's stuck because I don't know if he necessarily should be at 160. I think Emmo, but 154 might be too small for him. And right now, 160 is not super duper competitive, so I can see why he would want to be up there. But I don't know. I just think he's in a precarious position weight wise in the divisions because I think he's probably somewhere between 154 and 160. I don't know if he's a true 160 pounder. I
I
don't know.
don't know if Bolney was just really, really strong or if Ammo just didn't have enough power because he had him hurt a couple of times
Yeah.
and he couldn't capitalize off the hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel very uneasy when I watch him fight at this point. And I don't know if it's from a combination of two things. From seeing him get touched up by Hazma and also knowing that he publicly has acknowledged that he deals with mental health struggles sometimes. So that makes me very uneasy seeing him get hit flush and seeing him in the corner. He's very active. I think his mind goes 100 miles a minute, and I don't know. I was happy that he got the W yesterday though, and on to the next. He is expecting. He's a newlywed, and friend. Yeah, I want you to tell the people a little bit about his wife because I was not knowing.
Listen, I didn't know. There's a video of her, and I was telling my friend I was gonna find it. I hadn't found it yet. She knocked the girl out in the gym. She got some go on her.
He was saying that at the end of the fight.
Yeah, she got some go on her. I need to find the video. When I do find it, I'll post it as a short so y'all can see her. She got some work on her. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's the same girl.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked the girl out in the gym one day.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was very excited, telling the audience and the crowd that once she drops this baby, she's gonna be back in the ring and she's coming. So maybe we'll see. First time we'll see a couple world champions or something like that. That would be great to see. So I don't know. Yeah, Happy Valley Farms. Maybe his wife is motivation for him. So I hope so. I wish him well. I love his dog. He used to have a lot of pictures of his dog on his social media. So I wish Ammo the very best. I really do. And I think when I first got put on Ammo, he was at 150, and he and Lorenzo Simpson were both coming in at 54. So, I he did good yesterday. He did make the adjustments. And let me give a shout out to Richardson Hitchens, aka Africa, aka Madagascar, aka Melvin. He was on the desk yesterday with the DAZN crew, and he did really well with the commentary for them. I enjoyed listening to him. He made some very good points when talking about Emmo and how he needs to put up his right hand. And I could see that he ended up making the adjustment later on in that fight. So I wanted to say that he and Ray Ford do very well at the desk when they join them in the telecast at the zone. He did really good. Did you hear him?
Yeah, I heard him. Yeah, congratulations to him.
Well, congratulations to all the winners this weekend. We are on to the following week. We have good fights coming up, but I did want to get into a little bit of boxing news before we get off tonight. It looks like this is going to be the year of the rematches, the year of trilogies, because at first we were thinking when the fight was over that we were getting the trilogy for Bivol Beterbiev. Then it was like the WBC is ordering Bivol to do his mandatory, which is with David Benavidez. And David Benavidez was in attendance at that fight. I think he was thinking that that's what was going to happen. Well, when Bivol wins, they're 1-1. So there's a trilogy that needs to happen. Now, a lot of people didn't want a trilogy, okay? A lot of people feel like they don't need to see a trilogy. But Mr. Al Sheik, he wanted the trilogy, okay? So then there was this whole thing with the WBC. And we saw all the WBC champions posting their picks because they were feeling away because, he didn't want the WBC belt in the picture with Canelo and Skull in their face-off, right? So now we're back to there's going to be a trilogy. And the WBC has walked back their comments, kind of. Friend, just for the record, I want to know how you feel about the trilogy happening. And are you okay with it?
I told y'all that was coming because Bivol didn't win that last fight. Well, y'all came in, Bivol won. No, he didn't. Y'all knew this was coming, and y'all know what's going to happen this next time?
No.
The lady beater getting beat. Cold day in Russia. That. Yeah, all that. Yeah. That way.
Well, I think he won both fights. I think Bivol won both fights.
He ain't. And he ain't going to win this one. Cold day in Russia. That's what he said? Cold day in Russia. He ain't win this one either. Beterbiev won the last one, and he gonna win this one.
Beterbiev is getting older. I believe this last fight took more out of Beterbiev than it did Bivol.
It didn't. And you Bivol fans, y'all love a good joke. Y'all love a good joke. And y'all know it didn't happen like that. Y'all didn't talk it up a little too high.
Bivol is going to win the third fight.
He ain't won the second one.
He did. He won the first and the second.
He didn't.
That's why I really don't feel like there's a need for a trilogy because I think Bivol won both.
This time, cold day in Russia. This time, the Call of Duty lights is coming on. Cold War. That's what's happening this time. Cold War.
We shall see.
Yeah, all that. He didn't win that second one.
Yes, he did.
That's why we getting a third one. And that third one is about to go down.
I can't wait to the third fight.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I don't think we need it, but I can't wait because I think this one is going to be most convincing. I think third is going to be the charm. It is going to be the most convincing. I think he's going to do something bad to better be it. Only because I think age is going to catch up to him. I do. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Either way, I'm also hearing that the undercard of the trilogy is going to have Benavidez versus Callum Smith. And I think that's going to be absolutely fabulous to help build up what happens next because the winner of each of those fights will then move on to fight each other. So I think that's good. I think that's a good building.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. I like it. Kyle, you know what? You're right. The fans won. You're absolutely correct. I like that. He says, you know
But
who
better be one. Better be one. And it's cool. Y'all ain't gotta agree. Y'all know Turkey rigged this up so y'all can get 3 fights out of this. And y'all might mess around and get 5 depending on how Turkey feeling. He having them 3 months apart too. Let this not go right. Let this not go right. That we had to have a third. Because y'all know Better Be won that second fight. We had to have a third. Yeah, that way.
I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that. She is crazy. I can't believe you said that.
I said what I said. I meant it. I meant it.
Bivol 3, no doubt. That's what I think. Now, I'm also hearing that we're going to get another rematch in June. I'm hearing that we're getting Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis too in June. I hope it is the weekend of Juneteenth. I think Juneteenth falls on a Thursday, so it's going to be that weekend after. And I hope that they market it as a big Juneteenth battle. I hope they take advantage of all that. I really hope so. Hearing that it's going to be in Vegas, I would love for it to be in Houston, but I understand if it's in Vegas because it's going to be such a huge fight. I just want to know. Well, no, I'm not going to ask you that. Are you excited about the rematch, friend?
Of what? Tank and Lamont?
Yes.
Sure I am. Sure I am, friend. Because this time, we gonna see what really happened.
Shout out to Lamont Roach because he did a thing, and I hope more fighters follow suit. A lot of guys have YouTube pages and whatnot, and they put different content on it, but I don't think I've ever seen, and maybe it's happened, I just didn't know about it and I haven't seen it, but Lamont actually did a watch along with the fight on his YouTube channel. He called the fight along. He watched it and he called it as it was happening. And he shared with us some of the things that were happening inside the ring that we were not privy to, some things that were being said, yada, yada, yada. I did not know. And I don't know if it is true or not, or if it just looked like that or what. But did you see when Tank tried to bite him? Did you see that?
I did.
Did he try to Mike Tyson Edgar Berlanga him?
POP, hold it down. I'm barely blind, friend.
Oh, no, don't be blind.
Barely blind. POP, hold it down.
No.
Hey.
Did you see that?
POP, hold it down. Legally blind. Legally blind. Legally blind.
Friend, you got on glasses. You can't play. Friend, what was going on? Listen, Todd, and thank you so much. This is our first super chat of the night. Todd, thank you. He says, now I know why you call him Silver Tooth Child. That was very Silver Tooth activity. That was a very. Now, Drink, you got to go back and see it. It did. Now, I don't know if he did it or not, but it certainly looked like he tried to take a chunk out of his neck. It did. He was very frustrated, friends.
He was frustrated. I just think we got a bad night. Everybody is allowed a bad night. Y'all ain't never really seen Tank have a bad night, so here we are. And I'm excited for the rematch. And yeah, there's that. Everybody keep that same energy that y'all had. Y'all new Lamont fans. I hope you enjoy it, why it lasts, and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll see how it goes for you guys.
Oh, you picking Tank in a rematch?
Yeah, I'm betting, friend.
Oh.
I'm betting on that fight. Can't
I
wait.
know you are.
You
I
can.
know
So
you.
for me to say that, there's
I know.
there's some yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Keep that, friend.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Watch for the Hook, with the $5 chat. He says Tank versus Roach 2 will end like Roy and Tarver 2. Any excuses tonight, Tank? Watch for the Hook. That's
Yeah, but
all.
I have a little theory, and my friend know why I'm betting.
Watch for the Hook. I don't know why, but that is what keeps coming in my mind every time I think about this fight and the rematch. That is what keeps coming in my mind every time I think about this rematch. I got to see closer to, when it actually happens. I need to see what's going on in the press conferences. I need to see the energy at the weigh-ins. I need to see all of it. But for now, right now, that is the thought that keeps coming in my mind. I feel like he is Shane Mosley's Vernon Forrest. I feel like he is Vernon Forrest's Mayorga. I
You know,
just
you know what my granddaddy say, and my granddaddy still he say to this day he 90. Watch it 92. Watch it say the sun shine on the dog ass someday. So we just gonna see how that goes.
this is the most organic um big fight that Tank has been in a very long time. Probably since Pedraza. Okay? This is this cuz nobody expected the first fight to go the way that it did. So now there's real anticipation, authentic anticipation for the rematch. And I love that for Tank. I love that for him. We are really going to see if the cream is going to rise to the top with this rematch. And so I don't know if he was serious. I don't know if that fight changed his mind about, retiring soon or whatnot. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but we're going to find out in the rematch. So that has made me very excited. I am anticipating the rematch. I'll be the first to tell you that I was not a big fan of this fight initially. But Roach made a believer out of me. He just did. I hope he stays grounded. He's been doing a lot of media and stuff like that since the fight, and deservedly so, because really this should be a victory lap for him. So I don't mind him doing it, but he seems to be very grounded, very level-headed. He hasn't let it get, too far gone. But I like what he's doing, and I really like the fact that he sat down with his audience and he called the fight. And, little stuff that we didn't know that was going on, he shared with us what was going on. So I thought that was really cool. And I want to see more fighters do that in their fights, with their big fights. If they have channels, walk us through what was going on in your mind when such and such happened, or what was going on in your corner when this happened. I just thought that was a good look for him. So whoever, is helping guide his career and his choices post this fight, you guys are doing a hell of a job. Now, I also wanted to know, since we're talking about moves and stuff, we've been very harsh and critical over here about Tio Fimo Lopez and the unnecessary foolishness that he does in the sake of building up a fight or building up whatever he thinks it was that he was doing when he was spewing the racially insensitive jargon. But I did see on his Twitter page where he did a little dancing number with this lady, and it wasn't boxing related or nothing. But I would want to see that more than I want to see any of the other shenanigans. Did you see that, friend? How did you feel about it? Because I know you got a love-hate relationship with Tio.
Don't get stopped, Tio Fimo. Why are you doing all that mouth? Because one thing I can't, like I just said, sunshine on dog ass every now and then. Arnold Barbosa is offended. And I don't think anybody's paying attention to how offended Arnold Barbosa is. Arnold Barbosa is offended. So don't get stopped, Tio. While you out here dancing and shucking and jiving and all that good stuff that you be doing, don't get knocked out. Because Arnold is offended. You have offended him, and then I guess he nicked him.
He grazed him. He tried to slap him. He tried to pull a Chris Eubank.
Whatever he did, he posted it, and Arnold saw it. Best of luck to you, fam. All I'm gonna tell you is all that dancing and two-timing. Go ahead. Yeah, Arnold might not be good to some people, but we also know that Tio have a lot of off nights. And when I say a lot of off nights, he have more off nights than he has anything else. So
we shall see.
Whatever you gonna do, Tio Fimo, good for you. Whatever.
And you know what? I saw the little, people will take stuff and break it down and slow it down. It didn't look like the slap actually landed. He tried it, and I don't know if he slapped his own hand or somebody else's hand, but it barely grazed Barbosa. But he's making it interesting. Hopefully Barbosa can calm himself and not go in there overly emotional and make super duper mistakes, because Tio is a good boxer when he wants to be. But I think still that's probably going to be the most exciting fight on the card. But I just thought it was interesting that he posted that, because it feels like he's actively trying to change his approach. I did see on Twitter what he was looking for, like a PR representative. And we always tell these boxers, get yourself some PR so they can help direct you better on what to do and what not to do. So I think he took that into consideration, and he's trying to change some things around. And I hope he does, because there was a time when he was fighting on Heisman night and stuff like that, where I was a fan of Tio Fimo Lopez. I actually was a fan. Now, this was before I knew anything about his background and the behind the scenes stuff that goes on with his father. I was actually a fan of his. I was looking forward to seeing him fight on Heisman night. So I hope he can get back to that, just hoping. Anyway, so, yeah, I want to know if he still has it too, Bella. I want to know. But also wanted to talk about somebody else on that card who stays in the media for drama more than boxing. It looks like Ryan Garcia has found himself with another lawsuit. You remember when he was supposed to do the exhibition while he was on suspension over in Japan? Fanmio has officially filed a lawsuit against T and Golden Boy for basically breach of contract. So while he's getting ready for this fight with Rolly Romero, he's also going to be dealing with the backlash of that situation. And also learned that he is training with his father and not Eddie Reynoso, because Eddie Reynoso will be with Canelo in Riyadh season. How do you think this affects him, friend? Do you think? Not at all.
No, I don't think. I don't think it. I think it's business as usual, friend. What about you?
I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. I don't know, friends. I don't know. You know, I, it's very hard for me to talk about that gentleman because I just I have nothing. I have nothing. I tweeted and I'll say here. I hope that Rolly Romero can do the unthinkable, the unspeakable to Ryan Garcia. That's how I feel about him. I'm cheering real hard for Rolly, like real hard. Now, if I take all of my feelings away from this, just looking at it, Ryan Garcia should beat him. Um, but yeah, I don't. I'll be rooting for Rolly. Thank you so much, Hard Hitter Sports Entertainment. He says, salute to the queens of the ring. I hope Cordell pulls off the upset next week. Keep up the great work, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. And we're about to talk about that because we are actually on to next week's fights. Oh, and this was the other thing. Okay. Oh, friend, did you see the poster for the fight that's coming up with Stanionis and
Did I? I would like a copy of the poster.
wasn't
Face
that
to face.
nice?
Hey, whoever put the thoughts in, I know Turkey put the thoughts in, cause all Turkey production is fly. But the teas, I need that. I need.
That was so nice. I love their poster, y'all. If y'all haven't seen it, it's got Stan and Boots in a crowd of people with hoodies on, and it's nothing like just so eye catchy, but it's eye catchy though. It stands out. Poster is badass. Love it. So I've been hearing because people plan for the future. If Boots beats Stan, and if Tio beats Barbosa, then Tio is supposed to fight Boots next. So is he moving up to 47? I'm confusion about that.
I heard the same thing from. I was like, well, maybe he's going up. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if because I don't think people were saying that Tio's power didn't carry up to 140. So I don't know if I can see him going up to 47 because he's not a tall guy. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I would much rather see. I hope. Listen, Ryan. That is what I heard. That is what I heard. I don't know how true it is. But I don't see T.O. going up to 147, and especially not for Boots. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind seeing T.O. in there with Gary Antoine at 140 or Puello at 140. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Who's the other belt holder at 140? It's Puello, Gary Antoine, Tio, and is the other one vacant? The WBC? No, what's the who?
Devin, right? In recess,
Well,
right?
Devin dropped it because he went to
Oh,
47, I think.
I
And
don't.
no, because Puello has that WBC belt. Or or does somebody have two? Who got the other belt at 140? Or does Gary Antoine have WBO and WBC? I'm confusion. Oh, thank you, Specs. Richardson Hitchens.
Oh, Madagascar did win that belt off Paro.
Yes, Madagascar has the other one. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, yeah. Devin is champion recess. You're right. What's up, Junior? How you doing? So, okay. Last thing I wanted to talk about. How do you feel about this back and forth with Devin and Gabe Rosado? Do you think Devin was doing too much? Is he being too sensitive? How do you feel about
You know me. You come for me, I'm gonna come for you back.
that?
You come for me, I'm coming for you back. And I'm not just gonna hit you, I'm gonna hit you below the belt. I'm gonna step on your toes, they curl up too. Y'all know me. I'm with the shits and the giggles. You come for me, I'm gonna come for you. Whatever. He told that man the most you accomplished was getting your ass whooped by Triple G. Oh, Devin, why you say that like that? Devin.
He ain't lie though.
He didn't. Gabe, you should have just had your breakfast. I keep telling people leave Devin alone. They don't know who they be dealing with.
You know, I think they think it's like low hanging fruit and it's just easy to say slick stuff to and about Devin. And, you know, he's just, you know, he's an easy target for people. And I'm not sure Gabe said anything extremely wrong. He just decided he was going to pick um, Ramirez based on the fact that Devin doesn't have a chin, right? And I think that is what pisses him off more than anything because people do not respect the fact that he was in there getting hit on by a dude that popped dirty and he didn't knock him out. He kept getting up. Like somebody put together a clip of all the times Gabe Rosado has been floored and nobody calls him chinny. I mean, we call him a gatekeeper. We say he gets beat on and stuff like that. But you know, it's for you to get beat on like you do, and then turn around and call somebody chinny who's never been stopped, who got dropped 3 times by a guy who tested positive for PEDs, because that's a big deal. They love to say he got dropped, he got beat on, but they always leave out the part, or they glaze over the part that it was against a guy who popped dirty for PEDs. Like, make sure you get all of that in there. Make sure you say he got dropped, but he got back up. Make sure you say that every time. Don't glaze over the fact. And it pisses me off when fans do it, but it pisses me off even more when professional boxers do it because they know. They know. They've been in there. People who were in here earlier, and I don't know if they're still in here, who have said they know they've been in the ring with people who were juicing. They couldn't prove it, but they know it. So you know that there is a direct effect when you're in there against somebody who's been doing something they ain't had no business doing. And for him to have pop dirty, and then you act like that had no bearing on the fight, well, he couldn't stop the left. Maybe the left wouldn't have had that much stank on it if it wasn't something in his system. Like, is it hard for, why is it that we can't just say all of it? So I get it. He tired. Devin tired. So when he came back at Gabe, in my mind, I was like, Dev, you ain't have to go that hard. Because the man just picked Ramirez. But it was the fact that he called him chinny that pissed him off. That pissed him off. And he went for the jugular. And I can't say I blame him. Y'all stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop giving folks a pass because you like them and they look cute and they got tens of thousands and millions of fans on social media. Tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth when you're giving certain analysis about certain folks. Rick,
Don't get us started. Nope. 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 No. 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 We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No, we're not. No, we're not. Richardson, Russell, Tio, and Puyo.
there we
Those.
go. Thank you, Beans. Thank
Yes.
you. Hey, Junior, how are you? I saw you in here, Greg. How you doing? Friend, do we have anything else? Did we miss anything?
No, friend. I don't think we did. Um, I don't think we did. I think we got most of everything.
Okay, now this is what I did want to talk to you about before we get up out of here.
Okay.
So, I was talked to y'all earlier about Marv Nation, right? And so I think it's which one of the Vargas boys fights with Top Rank? Is it Emilio?
Emiliano.
Is it Emiliano? Which one of them fights for Top Rank? Because
it's Emiliano.
Okay, I think he's the only one that has like real potential. Because baby, that one I saw yesterday. Yeah, the one that fight for Marv Nation. Yeah, don't Fernando baby and Fernando Jr. Fernando Jr. and the other one that fought yesterday. That's why they fight over there at Marv Nation. They can't get no top ranked contracts and nobody else because that he lost yesterday and they gave that fight to that man and he lost. He lost real bad. But why is you trying to fight? Is all I'm trying to say. Like, why? Why? Go learn the business so you can be the manager for your brother that actually got the talent. Because you did no, absolutely not. And I feel bad for their father because he just supporting his kids. But I want him to be honest with them. He know they ain't got it. He all in the corner, friend. He really doing his BSS coaching over there, really telling the boy what to do and stuff. And he ain't got it, honey. He don't.
Like that little is Russell, that 118.
Yes, friend. Yes. It was all they cute. They look real cute. You know, they have a look about themselves. They should probably do misfit boxing or something like that. But like this, that real stuff, absolutely not. Nope. Absolutely not. Anyway, so yeah, I tuned into that because I saw Vargas and I was like, is this the one? This ain't the one that fight over at Top Rank. Let me check out this other one and see what he got. Baby, it looked like something you used to do back in exactly. Timu boxers is exactly what it was. Gun toting. It was awful. Absolutely awful. But they have a very nice crowd out there. Baby, the Mexicans, the Chicanos, they have a nice little thing going on out there. Abner Mares was all in the crowd and Gabe Rosario was doing commentary. They have a nice little atmosphere. And there is one guy that they have over there that does really well. Let me see what his name is. His name is Nathan Rodriguez. Nathan is talented. I like Nathan. I like him a lot. But Fernando Vargas Jr. and Amado AFV, Fernando Vargas, yeah, basura. Straight garbage. But good luck to y'all. You know, ride that namesake till you can't ride it no more. Anyway, friend, you want to close us out?
Absolutely. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Everybody that's new here, that's starting to love this show, because we are becoming a thing, apparently, you guys. I uploaded some shorts today, so if you hadn't noticed, our shorts are outside. So if you just
I didn't know that. Is that a drug lord? I didn't know that that's his name.
Yeah.
I didn't
know. Yeah. Yeah, go watch a short. We're on a timeline near you. The countdown to 5K, just us. No bought subscribers, none of that stuff. Yeah, I'm dead. Listen, done told. I'm trying to put out as many shorts as I can. It only let me go back so far to like cut shorts. So I'm just clipping stuff that I can. Y'all bear with me. We're shriveling away. Lord have mercy. We damn bad. Okay. No, but no. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming to hang out with us. We'll be back on Friday. We got a big weekend of boxing coming, you guys. 500K by tomorrow. Absolutely. 500K by tomorrow. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you hadn't seen the shorts today, go hit a short, like it. Short. The pork titty short, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Lord Jesus, I forgot about 14 to Jesus. Okay.
I'm going in there clipping y'all. We got the content is there, you guys. Like I'm posting the stuff that's like good, but the content is definitely there. So I'm definitely gonna go pull Porty and and post that for y'all. Absolutely.
Oh my God. Hey, writing yogi, I see you. Friend, like she said, we have a good week of boxing coming up. Okay, we have friend of the show Cordell Booker is finally getting his opportunity at a belt against one of my favorites, Sebastian Fundora. That's coming up this week. Cambosis is fighting this week against Jordana, and Sky Nicholson and Tierra Brown are also going to be fighting this weekend. So I'm very excited. Get to see some ladies, get to see a good scrap with some guys, somebody that is a friend of the show is getting an opportunity. Make sure you guys tune in so we can come in and convene and talk about it all. We'll be back Friday. Hey BF, how you doing? We'll be back Friday. Please do what my friend said. Okay, we are climbing and marching to 5K. Please do us a favor if you're new here. Hit the subscribe button, share the content, let the people know, anybody that you know that loves boxing, we love it too, and we love to talk to you guys about it. Hit the like button, share the episodes, subscribe, and get with the shorts. My friend is doing a thing with these shorts, okay? She has gone in and found some content that I forget that we have because, you know, we do the shows and we forget about them. We have had some moments on here. So go enjoy yourselves and check out the shorts. We will see you guys on Friday. We'll be here to talk about the weigh-ins. We'll see how Sebastian Fundora looks on the scale. I know you're going to have a lot to talk about that, a lot to say about that. Anyway, we'll see y'all Friday, 9:30 Central Standard Time. Thank you so much. We love y'all. Peace. Oh, have a great work week.